Hi, this is a review for the Saitake STK-7007X Telescopic Gamepad. I believe this just started shipping overseas to America. There's not really very many sellers out there providing it. It has been heavily renamed by those resellers, so you could come across. I believe this was from Digital Element on Amazon. I think there's a few others like FunX or PinPle, something like that. But yeah, you're not going to find a review of this gamepad on YouTube just yet, and I wanted to go ahead and show this off and help a few people out. So just to get to the unboxing, very petite gamepad, very tiny. Definitely looks like it was designed to kind of be in the same class as the Nintendo Switch in terms of scale. Just for reference, I have another Saitake controller. This one is, I believe, the STK-7004. A lot bulkier. Definitely, this one's going to be going for more comfort. It definitely has some rubber grips here and bigger analog sticks. This is going to be more of your console feel, where this is going to be your on-the-go guy, and that's exactly why I bought this one. It's definitely more compact, more portable, and really just does a great job of fitting my phone. This guy, you can throw a tablet in. I would say this would fit maybe a Galaxy Note pretty well. I'm not too sure, but it does have an uncropped top to it, so it can kind of fit something in here that sticks out the top. Now here's the telescopic feature to the controller. Just one mechanism that slides out, and I'm sorry for the glare there. It's has these metal pads, these aluminum pads that actually they feel really nice. Now I've seen in review shots, photos on Amazon, that these could come off, that the glue could release these. I haven't had that experience whatsoever. It just feels nice. There's rubber padding along the edges here, both on the back and sides, but not so much on the lip that will hold your phone in place, unfortunately. But this material is actually pretty. It's definitely a soft plastic. I don't feel any hard edges anywhere. It's feels great in the hands, and I'll go ahead and flip this around just to kind of give you an idea of how it fits my grip. And I have pretty big piano fingers, so yeah, just a really comfortable, nice, tiny controller. It comes in two colors. The one pictured here, which is actually it's really funny to me. I'm gonna put this down, show you. So here's the box art for this controller. Color might not be coming through very well, but the button accents here have an orange highlight, and it's just relatively there's a few major design differences. You can see on the D-pad and ABXY buttons, there's this big round divot that's not present in the final mold design. There is a little bit of a divot on the analog sticks, but you'll see there's white accents for each button, and it may seem like oh, there we go. It may seem like the text on these buttons, as you can see, like select and start and mode, are a little hard to read. It's almost like a giant lens, a fisheye lens for each of these buttons. But you can definitely read them. They're not being cropped too hard. That was actually one of my initial worries. Is just like is this gonna look like crap? In my opinion, it looks fine. I don't think it looks bad at all. So just going back to the controller, I'm gonna go ahead and pop my phone in here and turn this baby on. It has about, I want to say, like 4 or 5 different modes. So like 2 different Android modes, one for digital input and then another for analog input. And I think what that really means is the analog stick here, you can hit a button and it'll, instead of sending y-axis and x-axis, it'll actually send D-pad up, D-pad down, D-pad left, D-pad right to your phone or Bluetooth device. This also actually works on your computer, either as a Bluetooth gamepad or directly through the wire. What's really interesting is that if you wire this into your computer, it will register as an X input device. So your computer will think this is an Xbox 360 controller. And for compatibility, I think that's really nice. Like, it's a really cool feature. It also has, I think, a more standard mode for wiring it in that makes it look like just a kind of like a generic controller. And from my experience, that's that's what this guy loads into the computer as. So anyway, gonna pop my phone in here. The reason I bought this controller was because I thought it'd be a great companion piece for using Parsec on. And if you've never used Parsec, it is by far my favorite game streaming platform for home use, like completely. It takes all the hassle out of the networking involved. It has a really great user interface, and above all, it works really well. I've read stories on the Parsec Discord chat that have really impressed me. One being, in tests, there have been instances where the monitor hooked up to the host machine received the image that was being broadcast through Parsec microseconds later than the client machine connected to it. So again, Parsec's awesome. I use it to play CMU emulation through that, and it's almost like having a Nintendo Switch experience, all just through game streaming. All set. These two light indicators mean that it's set in Android mode. There's a mode button down here that you can press that swaps between a few different styles. In terms of fit, my phone is a Essential PH1. Fits perfectly, and because of the way that the mechanism locks in, you can see maybe there's a little give there. It's really not much though. Like this feels extremely sturdy to me. Just really sturdy. And I actually, this is probably not something people are going to be looking at this device in a way the same way that I had. But for me, I actually put a little kickstand ring on my phone case, and that actually was a big purchasing deal breaker for me on this gamepad, because I wanted to make sure that would fit, and just by serendipity alone, the spacing here is perfect for that. So I don't know if you have a kickstand ring on your phone, but if you do, there's plenty of room. So anyway, load that guy back in. Just real quick, I also want to talk about the buttons. I was actually really happy with the buttons. And as you can see now, I'm streaming over to my main PC here. You can see the stream. Buttons feel very clicky, very tactile. I was really happy about that. So you might be able to hear the clickiness. These triggers are actually just kind of one spring and a gel pad inside of here, but works incredibly well. It makes the connection to the click after just a little bit of give there. I mean, obviously this isn't an analog input where you're going to get, a range on the trigger. It's just one input, but feels really good, really good. And each button, especially the analog sticks, feel really good. Now, the D-pad here is a pivot D-pad. These aren't separate buttons, or it's not one separate button. But yeah, still feels good. I really like the plastic on this, and that was one of my big concerns. And I just long story short, I couldn't say enough nice things about this controller. feels good in the hand. Input latency hasn't been an issue. I'm gonna load up CMU real quick and just kick that off to give you an idea of what it's like to play with this thing.